because Americans were afraid, since our incomes were higher than yours, if we opened our borders to trade and investment, we would lose money. And they were afraid that if Mexico didn't have just the kind of economy they thought it ought to have, that you wouldn't gain as much as you should. But through interdependence for 8 years, NAFTA has led to Mexico increasing exports to America and Canada by 225%, compared to a 93% increase for the rest of the world. It has accounted for more than half of the increase in your real income over the last 8 years. But it has also been good for the United States. Our exports to Mexico and Canada increased over twice as much as our exports to the rest of the world.
But you'll have to go make it. Thank you.
Here's what I have to say. What's done is done. We cannot let this be a precedent for weakening the UN. And now that Saddam is gone, the Iraqi people have to be better off, and that means America has a big responsibility there. We have to have an honest inspection, completely honest, for chemical and biological weapons. And we had 7 years of peace in the Middle East until Mr. Arafat walked away from a good agreement in 2001, and today there's hopeful news in the press again about that. No other president spent as much time as I did on the Middle East. I know what the peace will be, and so do they. It's only a question of how many people they're willing to see die before they make the inevitable agreement. But it will come.